Hi, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Zach.
And welcome back to our channel. Today,
we really have LEs and APs and PPs, oh my.
welcome back to part 2 of the Disney One Family Pin event, Pin Haul. If you haven't seen part 1, it's on our channel. Make sure you check it out.
We'll link it in the description down below or up here or down there
That
somewhere.
seems like a lot of work, but
I'll
is on
do
our
it
channel.
for you.
But what we covered in that video were the things that we got as gifts, the pins that we actually purchased. And now in this video, we're going to talk about the pins that we got off of the trader boards. There were a couple at the end of the last one that we showed that we got off trader boards, but these today that we're going to show you all come off of the trader boards. And I know what you're saying. You're saying you keep talking about trader boards. What exactly are trader boards? Inside the World Showplace arena, I have no better word for it. There
on the show floor of the World Showplace.
Okay. There are pin stations, trading stations. Some of them are single large boards. Some of them are 2 large boards with 2 separate lines. Some of them are 4 little boards, and you can choose between which of the little ones you want to do every time, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of them's random. You have to spin a thing to get assigned one of the 4. Anyway, regardless, it all resolves down to that there is a pin board that you will be staring at. You hand the cast member 2 trading pins, and then you are allowed 60 seconds to look at the board and pick 2 pins to replace the ones that you gave them. Now, they surprised us on the second day and gave us 3 pins per trade, which meant that our total number of pins that we could trade throughout the event was 20. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands, but we're just going with it.
I feel like I need to move over. You're going to talk with your hands and knock me off my chair.
On the previous video, we each showed 3 pins that were not an artist proof or a production proof, which are the rarest types of pins. Those are the ones that you want to get off the boards. So today we're going to show the remaining 17 pins each. So what is that? 34 pins?
34 pins. Math is hard.
Math is hard. All right, 34 pins that we're going to show. So let's do this, shall we? I will let you start, and we're going to do this in order of rarity. So it's going to be either a limited release or just a regular pin, artist proof, and then finally production proof.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have any LELRs?
No.
Okay.
All of my remaining 17 are either AP or PP.
All right. So I have 4 that either are limited release or limited edition that are not LE or PP.
Okay.
So we'll start with this one because it features one of my favorite characters. This is a pin from a previous pin event called Trade City USA. It features Figment, obviously. Trade City or Bust. And it is an LE of 100, which is a very low edition size.
That is.
Not quite as low as some of your APs and PPs, but I don't know that they go much lower than 100.
Yeah. I think the only time they really go lower than 100 is some of the ice cream social pins and whatnot, like 50s.
The Ghirardelli ones.
Yeah. No, the ones in California. From Mickey's at Glendale or something.
Isn't that the Ghirardelli soda shop?
I've never been there in California, so I only know
neither have I.
when gone. Okay, so are you going to your next one? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is just an LE. I searched all over for it, hoping it was an AP or a PP. It's not. It's a pin promoting the live action Cruella movie. It's an LE of 3100. And the more that I look at it, I get that they're going for the Cruella thing with cruel spelled with 2 L's, but now it just kind of makes me angry.
Okay.
This is just a limited release pin, although is it Shanghai or? Nope, it's just an LR. But it's a pride pin.
Aww.
Mickey with the rainbow, and it says love. And, for all the hullabaloo around gay-related issues in Florida, it made me happy to see a lot of pride pins at the pin event. So.
Yeah, there were.
And then the last one is from Hong Kong Disneyland. Features Stitch in a goofy hat, and also a goofy hat.
Yeah.
From the Ice Cream Fantasy series. I've never heard of this, but it's had Stitch on it, so had to go for it.
All right. And those are the 4 that are not AP or PP.
Correct.
Okay. So I ended up with 17 total AP and PP. We had slightly different strategies going in to try to find an AP or PP pen. Now, I've always said that if there's a pen on the board that I really, really like, I'm going to go for it regardless of whether I think it's an AP or not. But at the same time, in the back of the World Showplace, there is an entire pin trading area. And APs and PPs are currency for that. So you could, with the correct, rare PP pen, be able to trade someone for a pen that you really, really want.
Right.
So it's, that was kind of how I was approaching it. I always kind of did 3 things. I looked for a pin that was a pin on pin. So something that was pin on pin, because those are more expensive and people aren't going to trade those necessarily. They're going to give you mystery pen traders, right? That's usually
right. That's what we did.
Right? Because those are your cheapest pens. They're not going to give you necessarily an open edition pen or something that costs a little bit more. Certainly not a limited edition. Pin on pins tend to be more expensive. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing I was looking for were pin sets that from very recently, like pin sets from like last year at Christmas or some holiday things that have some element to them, like a pin on pin or a spinny thing. Because again, not something that someone's going to trade. And then the final thing that I looked for were any pins that I knew were part of a set, and I was just seeing a single pin. So when you buy a box set, and I'll show you, this is our very first pen that I got. This is an AP. This particular pen came from the Fairy Tale event, but it came in a box right there, right back behind this, of 4 pens. So you had to buy the set of 4 pens in a box in order to get this pen. So I didn't think that someone would spend that much money on a box set just to trade a single pen.
Right, because that set was what, $150 probably?
Yeah, and this was, it was an LE of $250, but yeah, this is an AP for that particular pen, so yay for me. That was my first AP. I'm sorry, that was really long-winded.
I didn't have a strategy. I just went for things that I thought were kind of cool, and, I didn't get as many APs and PPs, but I got my fair share, so.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your first AP?
So my first AP was also my first pull of the event. This is... I don't actually know what it's supposed to be. It's a flag for... Is that Italy?
Colombia? Maybe? Puerto Rico? I don't know.
Please forgive our terrible geography and our product of the American school system. This is a flag.
Yes.
And it is an AP. And I don't actually see a character on it.
Yeah, it is a weird one. I don't know what that one is from. Okay, I'm going to go with my ones that are not special, just the regular flat pins that I found.
Oh. It's Mexico.
Oh, it's Mexico. Well, that makes sense. Our apologies. So this is the first flat pen that I got. This one I loved because I'm a glamper, not a camper, which is very true for us. And it was, the pin board didn't have any pin on pin ones, and so I got this. And this one ended up being an AP, but it's stamped so tiny. I didn't know it that day.
Yes.
So
as I mentioned in one of our recent podcast episodes, there's no uniform marking for AP or PP. Sometimes it's really obvious, and sometimes you literally need a magnifying glass to find it.
Yeah.
So my second one, I guess I kind of maybe had a little bit of strategy. If you see something, as I mentioned in our last video, oftentimes if you see something that isn't an open edition pin that you can buy in the parks, more than likely, unless people are being rude and putting their Jungle Cruise traders on the board, it's probably special, as was the case with this Here Comes Trouble pin featuring your favorite character,
Pluto,
which is an open edition pin that you can buy in the parks, but this is indeed an artist proof.
There you go. The next one, this one came from a pin set that was out a couple of years ago. It was this is Gonzo being a daredevil, but it was in a set that it was a pin of the month that had like Pinocchio and
it was a strange set.
It was, But this one is an AP, and it's, I forget what it is, limited edition of 4,000, but this is an AP. So
I saw this one and I wasn't quite sure because it's a pin-on-pin design, which, could have been a clue.
Mm-hmm.
But I also thought it's a Nightmare Before Christmas pin. And you really, at least I don't see a lot of them because I don't look for those pins.
Right.
So I just grabbed it with a hunch.
With a hunch.
And it is indeed an artist proof. There were a lot of these on the board, so I'm thinking they all were.
Yeah, that was the other thing I noticed is like one of the other APs I have coming up here. The reason I chose it is because I saw it on another board. And if the same pin on pin on two different boards, it's kind of a good clue that Disney put them out there.
They went and rated their stocks of whatever they had in back.
By the way, we found out during the event that internally they call it NBC, The Nightmare Before Christmas, NBC. All right, this is the Disney Cruise Line Thanksgiving from 2003 with Donald and Pluto on it, and it is a AP. So this is not only an old pin, but it's an AP, and it's off their cruise line. So when did the Disney Cruise Line start? We could look it up, but my phone is downstairs.
This is a pin-on-pin design with a movable element.
Ooh. It's a New Year pin.
Yes, it is a New Year pin for 2020, which is probably why they still had the AP around, because really, who wants to remember 2020? But it's cute. I like the little movable star headband thing.
All right, this was a pin that I saw on two different boards, and it is a slider. So this piece comes out, and it says how to play football on the back side, and it has Goofy on the other side, and they slide in there. This was one that was from the Animation Celebration pin event, but this is the AP of it. It was an LE 300 at the time, but there was at least one other AP there that somebody got, I'm sure.
Noticing a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates.
Ooh.
Because this pirate mini, who never surrenders, is an artist proof.
There you go. This one is another tragic, what am I trying to say? A tragic casualty of the pandemic, but it's the Disneyland Magic Happens, which I saw on YouTube, but I think
which ran for
a week, maybe, or
2 weeks at most before the pandemic closed.
But this is
parks.
a pin on pin. This is an LE. No, this isn't an LE. This is a limited release, but it is an AP. So,
you think they're ever bringing back Magic Happens?
I hope so. It looked cool. It looked like a cool parade.
We will see. This was one that I was sure was not an AP until I found it in the right light. This is Edna Mode, no capes, who says that it's her way or the highway towards artist-proof pins.
Well, there you go. Somebody left a comment on our last video that said that the bathrooms in the World Showplace had great lighting. And the bathrooms are the only part of the World Showplace that are not like a temporary structure, like they're actually cement and walls and stuff like that. Everything else is kind of like, you can't see the walls, there's stuff behind it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a cloth dome.
That building's not supposed to be there still.
All right, this is from Christmas a couple of years ago. This is the gingerbread, so Stitch gingerbread from Epcot. This was a limited edition pin at the time of 2000, but this is the AP for it.
Because we went to Epcot to get it.
Yeah, I don't know what year that was from.
2019.
2019. There you go. I'll go with that.
19?
I'll buy that
19.
for $1.
This was another one that I originally picked up because you don't see a lot of pins for this particular resort, and I didn't see any markings on the back. And then again, I saw it in the right light, and it is indeed an artist-proof pin. It's a pin for Disney's Vero Beach Resort, which I've never been to. I've driven by it a couple times because I have friends who live down near Vero Beach. And apparently the restaurant there is really good, but it's a pin for a resort that I think a lot of people forget Disney has.
It's true, unless you're DVC. This is the farewell pin for Epcot's Illuminations farewell pin. Excuse me. This is a limited release pin. We actually have
the
it on our board somewhere.
retail version.
But it's pin on pin, but this is the AP of it. There you go.
Sorry, Illuminations fans. It's dead, buried, gone, and thank goodness. Let's see.
But the globe of fire.
The globe that spun for 20 minutes and did nothing else. I have an artist-proof pin for what looks to be an open edition Haunted Mansion pin, kind of in the vein of American Gothic.
Yeah.
It's very, or maybe this guy almost looks like Gomez Adams.
It does, but Haunted Mansion nonetheless. This was a pin of the month set called cereal boxes. So each one of these opens, and inside there's like a little cereal thing on this side, and there's like a little game on this side. It's made like an old cereal
Like
box.
You would find on a cereal box.
Yeah. But this is the AP for this, and that gets into a strategy that I'll show next. So,
words. An artist-proof pin for a ride that I will never partake of.
oh, the Guardians
of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
There you go. Actually, I won't be. I'll be showing you what this next. This is the Medal of Honor pins. Was that what it was called?
Yes, I have the entire set right back there.
These are all LE 2000s. This was for the Great Movie Ride, but this is an AP. So take back what I said before when I said that the next pen will show you the strategy. You'll see the strategy in just a moment. You're like, you're on the edge of your seat. I can tell. You're just like, what? What is the secret?
Do moms on Facebook hate it?
Yes.
This is another open edition pin.
From Animal Kingdom.
Yes. Yeah. And it's got Pluto.
I have that pen on my
You
Pluto
do.
board.
Pluto brought me good luck.
Okay. This is from the Medal of Honor series. It is
Which I also have.
the Tiki Room.
Oh, wait. I just said that.
Exactly. So this is another clue that helped me a couple of times, at least, is
When
that
you see multiple pins from the same set.
I see pins from the same series, well, what are the odds that multiple people have brought in their Medal of Honor pins today to trade? So,
And my last artist-proof pin is from the Festival of the Arts in some year.
a year before this year. Well, I think that was 2019.
No, it was before that. It's Figment in a reproduction of some painting, and it's got a dangly element.
Yeah, I think that was 2018 because we had just started pin trading. We missed that.
Yeah.
That event, that festival.
2016. Yeah. No, 18. That is an 8.
2018. Cool. All right. This is an LE 2000 of the Sword and the Stone 55th anniversary. It is an AP. I also have another Sword and the Stone from Fairy Tales 55th anniversary that is also an AP. So they're not the same. They're a different design, but both APs from there. That was also my last AP. So everything that I have from this point on, all right, we're stepping up our game now. We're going to production proofs.
To the rarest pins Disney produces.
And since you had a bunch up front, I'll go first on this one because, look, it's the Disneyland Resort Pride pin, which was a limited release pin, I think. I don't even know if I think it's just an open edition.
I think it's open edition.
But way up in the corner in the back there, this is a production proof for that pin. So, what's your first one?
You can do a second one.
Oh, I can do a second one?
You do a 5?
But I wanted to draw attention that you have.
Yes.
See?
Look, everybody, it's the Disneyland Resort Pride pin.
No, you have the Walt Disney World.
Do I have the World? Oh.
You have the Walt Disney World one. I have the Disneyland one. See? Production proofs.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll show another one. Hey, it's from the cereal set, the pin of the month cereal set. So I saw it up there and I assumed that it would be at least an AP, but this one happens to be the production proof of the Timon Bugs and Grubs cereal. So slimy, yet satisfying.
I completely forgot that we had different
Yeah.
I thought they were the same pin.
Right. And then I'll do another one here because you've got a couple. This is Oswald. So it's a pin on pin. I like Oswald. He's fairly rare. Pulled him up, but he ended up being a PP. I don't think anything special about that other than
It's a production proof, and there's only a few of those made.
no, I'm just saying I don't think that the pin itself was not a limited edition. It's not from a limited edition pin or anything. I think this is just an open edition Oswald pin that they probably sell over in Disneyland. So that is that. I have 2 left. You have 1 left.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, show yours.
So my last one, I think, is just an open edition pin, but it's from 2008, so it's a really old open edition pin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our favorite little
Hey.
canine Stitch, dressed in his best Hawaiian garb.
All right. So this is from the yearly Christmas pins that they do for the hotels around Walt Disney World. This particular one, they all spin in the middle here. This is for Disney's Old Key West Resort, which we just recently ate at the other day.
Yes, we had
the
dinner
first
at
time.
Olivia's Cafe, and it was very good.
But we have Stitch on the back. So this is a Stitch and Old Key West. And then not to be outdone, I also found this pin from the exact same set on a different board later in the day. This is from the Polynesian Resort, and it has Moana and Pua. Just Moana and Pua on it. So production proof. So those are all of my production proofs, artist proofs, all of your artist proofs, production proofs. That's a lot of pins.
That really is. But hey, that's what we go to these events for. Yeah. To meet new people and to find some really fun, really rare pins. And we're excited that pin trading is back in person. Mm-hmm. Now they just need to bring it back like it was pre-pandemic.
Yeah, I was trying desperately on the second day to get a Donald Duck production proof pin because one of the traders had a Pluto and Fifi LE100 pin that I had never seen before. It's a very rare pin because there's just not a lot of Fifi pins out there.
Right.
But it was his girlfriend's and she wasn't there, but she's a big Donald Duck fan. So if I had found, a Donald Duck production proof pin or something like that, I could possibly trade it with some other things for it. But sadly,
that's the thing about the trading room is that's where pins are currency and pins are valued in currency. And lots of people are very nice, but you will sometimes run into some people who make legitimate business off of it. So
yeah, or people that are just very, very eager to haggle, or just like they're fast talking, whatever. Yeah, the normal thing that you would find at a flea market or whatever, right? There's a lot of great people, and then occasionally there's a couple that aren't.
Was Monty Hall there? Should we have made a deal? Did I just date myself with that reference?
You did. If you like I have no idea who Monty Hall is. So
yes, you do.
Never heard of him. Is he the guy that makes the fruit cups?
No, that's Del Monte.
Oh, I didn't know if you'd follow me there. Okay. If you like what we do here on this channel, make sure you follow us. You can leave a comment down below, give a thumbs up for this video. Those are 2 things that help us immensely, help our channel immensely.
Yes, commenting, subscribing, liking, sharing, all those things. Engagement helps us get our videos out to the world and also show YouTube that people like what we do.
Yeah. You can reach out to us on the socials. Our information is down below in the doobly-doo. We're on all of them. We're on the Twitters. We're on the Instas. We're on the...
We're on them.
Are we on the TikToks?
We are. I think I made us a TikTok, but we don't actually make TikTok content.
Not on the TikToks. What else? We're on the Facebooks.
Yes.
So yeah, all of those places. You can find us. Anything else? No, I don't think there's anything else. Of course, we have email because why not? But that's not important. What is important is what? Till next time.
See you real soon. You're getting the ending of our videos conflated.
Well, I know with the podcast.
Yes.
I should write it down.